Fight Fiends, forecasters, we're back for UFC 317, the full card predictions, and we're getting straight to it. Smash the like button, subscribe if you have not subscribed yet to the Fight Fiend forecast. And the free forecast lobby is booming with Captain Doom, Tristan, Rich of War, Gray, Babar, a couple others in here too. Big shout out that I completely forgot. Gray, I forgot. He wanted a big shout out for this pick. He was against majority of forecasters in the chat, and he won a unanimous decision, all 5 rounds, in a main event spot, with a guy with apparently bad knees, Kamaru Usman. Gray was all over that, had the plus money pick, and he was very confident. Usman was getting it done over Buckley. Everybody in the forecast lobby a little too sold on Buckley. And boy, oh boy, did Gray prove us wrong. He's locked in. He's been locked in. Gray is active in the chat, giving his opinion each and every week, helping the chat stay active. Huge shout out to him. Incredible call in a main event spot where majority of professional cappers, majority of sharp bettors, and majority of forecasters in the forecast lobby were all on the Buckley side. 3-1 favorite. Boy, oh boy, we were wrong. And Gray was all over that this week. He has 2 locks of the week, 2 favorites. And boy, oh boy, I don't know how Gray does not get it done this week. And he wants me to let you know who they are. He wants to make a statement this week. He's going heavy. We probably should too, considering how good Gray is doing. Let me pull up the direct message. His 2 locks this week. He sent them to me over DM. He wants me to relay the information. So, it's a pleasure to announce Felipe Lima and Alexandra Pantoja are locks of the week for Gray. Let's get it done. I agree with the picks. They are 2 picks out of 12 for me on this show. One of them actually is a lock of the week for me as well. So Gray is on to something. He's getting after it. Now it's time for us to get after it. Each and every fight, we got 12 of them in Vegas. We're going to break them down. We're going to get a bag, make some money on this event. It's going to be one hell of an event. 2 championship fights. Let's get straight to it. Smash the like button. First up, we got Niko Price, 11-1 as an underdog versus Jacobe Smith. Jacobe Smith has a lot of finish wins, powerful on the feet, good wrestling, and I think being 6 years younger, new to the UFC, he's levels above Niko Price, considering where he's at now in his career, 35 years old, off a loss to Themba Gorimbo. I think Jacobe Smith is levels above Themba Gorimbo. That is why he is priced 11-1. He's going to win this fight, likely by finish. Niko Price is highly finishable. I can't trust his chin. He got knocked out pretty bad to Robbie Lawler. Let him go off into the sunset. That was too easy. Jacobe Smith is going to crack Niko Price's chin. Round 1 or 2. Give me Jacobe Smith first fight of the night. It's going to be fireworks to start off this card. Let's go, forecasters. We got another favorite here. 3-1 favorite. He's fighting a debut fighter. Heavyweight, though. Renato Diniz. As a favorite, can we trust him? Off a loss? I think we can. He's fighting Alvin. Hines, 7-0. This guy here, you know, a good debut fighter, but he's 33. Making a debut fight, not having to fight on Dana White's Contender Series. Anything like that. No Ultimate Fighter fight. I think this is a fight where they're giving Diniz a win off a loss. He was supposed to fight Derek Lewis in a main event spot. I got to trust in the matchmaking. I think this is a fight for the favorite to get it done here. Renato Diniz. I expect a knockout. He's a finisher round 1 or 2 on the feet. But Hines is a finisher in his own right. He has a lot of finish wins, and some of them come late. His cardio keeps up, but these are low-level fighters. That's the problem. That's why I'm not biting on the 3-1 underdog. Alvin, the Chipmunk, has been fighting Horrible competition. I cannot trust in someone that's fighting that low level of competition, stepping in here, debut fight versus someone that was supposed to fight Derek Lewis, main event fight not too long ago. Should be an easy pick as a favorite, but it's heavyweight, and they're going to stand and bang, hopefully in the center of the octagon. I want to see some finishes on this event after last week. We've seen one too many decisions. It is what it is. Not every week we can have finishes galore. And this is a former Glory kickboxer, Renato Diniz, as well. So we got to expect this guy to be much better on the feet, more seasoned of a striker. He gets it done on the feet. Knockout. This is a get-right fight for Diniz. He has to get it done here. Unfortunately, in this next one, I don't know if it's a get-right fight for Sedriques Dumas. He was recently charged and arrested. Not sure what was the outcome of that final result. He's obviously fighting here, got out of trouble. He's fighting another debut fighter. And this debut fighter did not fight on Dana White's Contender Series, Ultimate Fighter, nothing like that. Now, this is interesting. This guy, I think, has more of a chance. He's a younger fighter, coming in at 26. Both debut fighters that we're talking about here are coming from the LFA. Not too high on the LFA scene, but Jackson McVey has been very good, fighting a little bit better competition than Alvin Hines was. I think I'll take a chance. He's a slight favorite. It's a 50-50 fight. This guy has a 100% finish rate. All wins round one. And I do think he can get it done on the ground by a submission. You see Josh Fremd get a submission win to SD Dumas. I think he struggles with the grappling. Jackson McVey is going to be the better grappler. I can trust in that. He's 6'4". Lacks 2 inches in the reach advantage there. Dumas might have a little playroom at distance and striking, but I do see him getting taken down and dominated on the ground. So I'm taking Jackson McVey, round one submission on the feet. It could be close. Reach advantage leans Dumas. He's a street fighter. He is pretty scrappy on the feet, so I'm leaning submission for sure for the debut fighter, Jackson McVey. Slight favorite, 50-50 fight. Do what you gotta do. I know what I'm doing. The next one. This guy is a fast finisher. Terrance McKinney back in action as a almost 3-1 favorite. I'm trusting in the bookies. This is a get-right fight. He's going to get back-to-back wins off an easy win to a 14-7 Damir Hadzovic. You know, all of the wins for Terrance McKinney, quite easy. Quite easy wins. Matchmaker's dream, this guy. Now that they're giving him a guy 8-5-1, Viacheslav Borshchev, don't really let that record fool you. Now, I know I'm high on Terrance McKinney, but he could win a decision in this fight. It could be his first ever decision. I think he has an advantage when it comes to the grappling department. Once again, just like the last fight, I see a submission. In this fight, I could see a submission for Terrance McKinney. Borshchev is a seasoned striker. He has good experience when it comes to kickboxing, so I kind of see him getting taken down, possibly submitted, because Terrance McKinney is a threat on the ground. Even Chase Hooper submitted Viacheslav Borshchev, and that looked quite easy. Now you got a 5-inch reach advantage favoring T-Rex, Terrance McKinney, 3 years younger. I think he gets it done on a pay-per-view spot, and Viacheslav Borshchev is pretty well done in the UFC. After this, he's going to be 8-6-1. I don't really see him fighting again inside of the octagon, but anything's possible. They could give him a layup fight, another win. You never know. He could even win this fight. Terrance McKinney does not have a good chin. If you're betting Borshchev as an underdog, just bet him by knockout. You can't trust Terrance McKinney and his chin, and that's why we're not locking him in as a lock of the week this week. Can't be locking in these fighters with a terrible durability. And the next matchup is a women's flyweight bout. Let's go. Viviane Araujo, 3-1 underdog versus Tracy Cortez. But not too surprised, Viviane Araujo 13-6. Cortez 11-2. Cortez not looking too bad. She beat Jasmine Jazz Udavicius, where her striking looked much better, and she's just off a loss to Rose Namajunas, former champion. Viviane Araujo surprised the world. As an underdog, got the win in her last fight, unanimous decision versus Karine Silva. Now, you can't count her out. She's only a 3-1 underdog, but I'm going to count her out. Cortez gets it done with the wrestling. Her striking will look much improved in this fight once again. As a 3-1 favorite, I agree with the bookies exactly where this fight should be priced. I think Cortez easily coasts to a decision win. Even on the feet, she's a threat like she did in that Jasmine fight. She could even find herself a finish in this fight. Her striking looked really good in that one. Jasmine has a better durability than Viviane Araujo in my opinion, but Viviane has went to a decision and lost numerous fights. She's not really one to get finished. And Cortez really isn't the girl to get a finish. So I'm playing Cortez on the judges' scorecards in this one. Cut and dry. Cut and dry with Cortez. Cut and dry. Now, Hyder Amil as an underdog kind of tickles my fancy here versus Jose Delgado. Both fighters high level. 9-1 is Delgado. 11-0 Hyder Amil. And if you've been a fan of the channel, you've been tuning in, staying forecasted, I had Hyder Amil as an underdog in his last couple fights. Not jumping off the Hyder Amil train now, especially off a William Gomis win split decision. Y'all were against him. Let him be an underdog. And some reason you're against him again here. Now he has the forward pressure, the volume in this fight, and he's fought the better competition. Take a look at the fighters that Jose Delgado has beaten. Damn, it's not very good, not very trustable, and he's coming off a quick finish win where Hyder Amil proved he can go 15 minutes with the cardio, pressure, relentless gas tank. And his durability stands up too. And in this fight, undefeated, maybe the undefeated fighter loses. We've seen the trend lately this year, 2025, the year of the undefeated fighters, the year of the egg getting cracked in the snake year. Yeah. But I think this one holds up. Hyder Amil has been the guy in this division at 35 years old, newcomer, making a name for himself. This is a fight where he's not really getting the respect. He's not getting a big name opponent, not a ranked opponent. But if he can beat Jose Delgado in this fight, I think he's en route to a ranked opponent. Hyder Amil, 35 years old. It's go time for him. That's the thing. Delgado in this fight, he's going to be 8 years younger. He has time to grow, improve, and figure things out. Where Hyder Amil, 35, it's now or never. And I think he puts it on Delgado from the start of the fight right to the end as an underdog. He will be the official dog of the week for Fight Fiends at plus 130. We might even get a better number later in the week. So plus 130 is the current betting price for Hyder Amil, the Hurricane. And the forecast is going to lock him in. Official dog of the week in this one here. So far, no other underdogs really tickling my fancy right away. I knew I was taking Hyder Amil, and I was honestly shocked he was underdog. 50-50 fight at least. If you're giving me plus 130, well, goddamn, we're going to lock him in versus Delgado, who's fought really bad competition. Not going to lie. Gonna call a spade a spade. He's looked good in his last couple fights. His last couple fights, he's knocked everybody out. Ernie Horaz on the Dana White's Contender Series is where we got our first look. He looked incredible, and he really hasn't really showed us any reasons to fade him yet. Same thing to say about the underdog in this one. No reason to fade Hyder Amil. Maybe his Dana White Contender Series wasn't as impressive, but he still got it done. And that fight where he threw a 40-punch combination and knocked Buddy out was quite impressive. Nonetheless, he's fighting the better competition. I think the dog gets it done. Let's go. This other underdog here, Jack Hermansson, has not fought in a while. A year and 4 months. He's fighting the RoboCop off his first main event fight. It was a loss in round 4 to Jared Cannonier. But early in the fight, he was looking good. En route to finding a finish himself. Hard to believe Jared Cannonier survived that fight. Now, Jack Hermansson, I'm suspecting he gets finished in this fight. He's been gone for too long. RoboCop is the pick, by a finish in this one. Not too much to talk about. A lot of question marks around Hermansson. Not going to bet this one too heavy, but I'm not going to trust in Hermansson, and I'm not going to hesitate to pick against him. He hasn't fought in over a year. He's 37. I think he just got lucky versus Joe Pyfer. That was Joe Pyfer's worst fight to date, and it was a close fight. If Hermansson gets it done, hopefully he fights again soon, because he never, ever has been active. He just fights once every 2 years, and now he's 37. He's running out of time, right? So off a win to Joe Pyfer, I really would have expected him to be more active. If he was more active, got another win after that, he would definitely be the pick in this fight versus RoboCop. Unfortunately, RoboCop has been way more active. He's been pushed up the ranks by the UFC, taking steps up in competition. Maybe Jack Hermansson didn't even want to come back. He's been gone for a year and 4 months at 37. Is he serious about the sport still? Does he still want to fight? I have a lot of question marks about Jack, the Joker Hermansson. He's playing jokes on us. Yeah, he should be an underdog. Can't see him winning. Can't see it. And now we're talking about the main card at UFC 317. Starting it off with a favorite. That is Gray's lock of the week, Felipe Lima. I'm not taking him as a lock of the week, but he is my pick. I can't pick Payton Talbott. If you're picking Payton Talbott, good for you. But unfortunately, his grappling is suspect. We've seen it in his last fight. He can get taken down. He can get controlled. He's fighting a hungry 27-year-old that matches up good versus him. That's relentless. Has fought very good competition on a massive win streak. More experienced than Talbott as well. So I don't really see the path to victory for Payton in this one. On the feet, it should be close. On the ground, he is far outclassed versus Felipe Lima, where Lima is going to fight for a submission win. Maybe he finds it round 2. Possible outcome in this fight. If not, it's going to be a clean decision win with the takedowns, control time, submission attempts. We've seen in that Raoni Barcelos fight only 5 months ago, Payton Talbott is very suspect on the ground. He probably can't get up if he's getting taken down. And in that last fight, he was lucky he didn't have a guy like Felipe Lima on his back. Honestly, he would have been submitted, tapped out for sure. I'd play the Felipe Lima submission props in this one. But if you want the official props of the week, join the Prop Fiends show later in the week, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I went 2 for 3 on the props last week, looking to keep the momentum moving forward with my friend, the MMA Husky Hustler. So check out the Husky Hustler on YouTube. Give him a follow. He will be joining me once again this week on the Prop Fiends show, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm not going to forget about Prelim Tim. He will be joining us for his second appearance on the Prop Fiends show. Prelim Tim, he thought maybe last week he could join. We were saying next pay-per-view, we'll get you back on. And I think last week Prelim Tim wanted to join the show, give his props, get redemption. His first time on the show, he went over 3, came close on a couple props. He's looking to produce, get back into the win column. So make sure you tune in Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time live stream. Listen to Prelim Tim's props, MMA Husky Hustlers props, and I'm going to keep that momentum moving forward. Look to make some more money because I went 2 for 3 last week, and we got to get after it, just like Gray. He's locked in. It's time for us to get locked in. Unfortunately, last week the locks went 4 for 5. Huge mistake taking Obon Elliott earlier in the week for the members. I put 4 locks out there. Obon Elliott was the one not on there. Late on the show, I threw him on. Huge mistake. It happens. 4 for 5, not too bad though. We had Fazeev lock of the week as an underdog. You got to take some positives away from each and every event, even if you're not profitable or successful. And there is a lot of positives to pull away from last week, moving forward this week. Now with the props, not going to talk about them too much on this show, but the Prop Fiend show, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Friday, we'll be talking about props and only props. And maybe we give out some money. Last week we didn't. This week I'll give out $50 to the first person that comments during Prelim Tim's first prop of the week announcement, which will be his prelim prop. So as soon as Prelim Tim gives out his prelim prop Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube, I'm giving that person $50. First commenter once Prelim Tim announces his prelim prop. Now, with your comment, just put hashtag F3 to know you're the first commenter. Hashtag F3. First comment with hashtag F3 in the live chat gets sent $50 once Prelim Tim announces his prop of the week on the prelims. Let's go. $50 giveaway on the Prop Fiends show, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Friday. Come on now. Be there, be square. We are going to be sharp. Once again, keep that momentum moving forward. Can Renato Moicano keep the momentum moving forward versus Beneil Dariush? He is a favorite, slight favorite, surprisingly. How is he only a slight favorite? I think Beneil gets battered off a knockout loss, 2 knockout losses. You know, Renato Moicano stepped in short notice to Islam Makhachev, was not ready for that fight, showed his balls. Yeah, he got submitted round 1. Me and you would too in that situation, so no harm, no foul for Renato Moicano. He got good experience in that fight, handed to the Wolves. He might get handed a win here. I think he gets handed a win over Beneil Dariush. 36 years old for both of these fighters. 72-inch reach for both of these fighters. It's going to be a close fight. Beneil has been knocked out before. He has shown that he has a good takedown defense. So this is bound to be a close fight. But for some reason, I don't see Renato Moicano losing. He needs the money. He's had less wear and tear on his career. Maybe not. He just looks younger. Beneil with that gray hair. But Renato beat up Benoit Saint-Denis. He was on a roll before Islam Makhachev. Now I think he continues with the momentum he had. That Makhachev fight shouldn't really hurt him at all. His confidence should still be sky high. And Beneil's confidence is probably all-time low off 2 losses. Can't pick him to win. Honestly, probably picking Renato Moicano in another fight where he's going to showcase his skills, keep the momentum moving forward. I'm probably going to lock him in this type of fight, honestly. Renato Moicano should not lose this fight. He's too confident, too motivated for the win. This next one, Gray has Brandon Royval over Joshua Van. 50-50 fight across the board. He's fairly confident. He was going to lock it in. And I kind of agree. Royval coming off a huge win. 16-0, Tatsuro Terra. Split decision win. He had a great fight with Alexandra Pantoja not too long ago. Probably one of the closest fights in Pantoja's career. Recent last couple fights for sure. Royval gave him one hell of a go. His nickname is the Raw Dog. Joshua Van has to cut weight again. After cutting weight 2 weeks ago, fighting a 3-round fight. It's going to be a tough ask and a huge step up in competition for Joshua Van. I'm uncertain if he can pass the test. I'm surprised odds are so close. So the pick is clearly Brandon Royval for me and for Gray on this one. He has to get it done. If Royval don't get it done, it's going to be a long way back to the title, and expect Joshua Van to get an instant title shot after Pantoja beats the hell out of Kai Kara France. Now, before we talk about the co-main event, I think Royval has a chance to get a submission in this fight. We know Joshua Van on the feet is a crisp, clean striker, dynamic with his boxing, but he can be taken down, and he could be submitted. And Royval could match him on the feet with ease, mix in some grappling, and get it done by a decision. If it goes 15, I think Royval has the experience, and he knows what to do at the right times, right moments to steal this fight as well. Royval's the pick. Pretty high confidence on this one as well. Joshua Van is taking on a huge task, cutting weight after 2 weeks and fighting a 3-round fight. Finding a finish, yes, but he still fought 3 rounds, tooth and nail with Bruno Silva. And he's going to look to do it again 2 weeks later. 50-50 fight, the bookies say. But I'll give the edge to Brandon Royval in this one. Co-main event, we're locking in Alexandre Pantoja. Beats the hell out of Kai Kara-France. I can't believe Pantoja is not a bigger favorite than the other title fight, Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira. I see value all over the money line on Pantoja as a 3-1 favorite. He should win this fight anywheres on the feet, on the ground, 25 minutes, ragdolling the New Zealand fighter, Kai Kara-France, with ease. Pantoja is going to win. He's answered every call. He made us proud in his last fight versus a champion from another organization. In this fight, he should make us paid if we bet him. 3-1 is generous, in my opinion, and he is most certainly the third Brazilian lock of the week for me. The second lock of the week, that's Brazilian for me, and the official third lock of the week, Jacobe Smith, is not Brazilian. He is the third and first lock of the week. Pantoja finishes off the lock parlay. We're certainly getting plus money because we are getting value on Pantoja and money Moicano. You gotta love it. And you want to know what Gray is doing in this main event? I'll let you know after I tell you what I'm doing. Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira, almost a 5-1 underdog versus Ilia El Matador Topuria. Ilia is going to walk him down and knock him out quite easily. Power in the hands of Ilia Topuria, and the power should transition at lightweight. He should have more power without having to cut weight. He should feel way better without having to cut weight. He can have Charles Oliveira out of there within 3 rounds if he really wants to. He could finish this fight in the 5th round with a minute left if he just set up a combination and got after it. And Ilya's the type of guy to bite down on the mouthpiece and get after it if he's not winning. So I gotta trust him as this big of a favorite with high confidence, potential lock of the week, but I'll stay away and give credit to Gray on the other side of this one. He has the Brazilian Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira, potential submission win. If I was to bet on this as a hedge, most likely will. I'm taking Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira to get his 22nd submission win on the 22nd event of the year. That's the only way Charles really can win this fight. Other than that, on the feet, he is screwed. He's probably getting knocked out round 2 or 5. And if it goes to a decision, Ilya's going to be putting on the damage. You know, stopping the takedowns for the most part. Getting back up to his feet, I think he's the better grappler as well. Maybe not the better BJJ artist, but when it comes to wrestling, grappling, control time, I think Topuria can manhandle Charles Oliveira. And obviously the bookies agree. Ilya is sitting as a 5-1 favorite in a title fight at lightweight in his debut lightweight fight. Islam Makhachev moved up to welterweight. He's going after JDM and grabbing that belt with ease. Ilya and Islam was the fight we all wanted that we're not going to get. Maybe we get it someday. But for now, we get Ilya as a 5-1 favorite against Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira, the former champion. Credit to Charles, most finished wins in the UFC, but this is a tough fight for him. His chin and durability ain't going to hold up. We've seen him knocked down multiple times. If I picked Michael Chandler to knock out Charles Oliveira, then I'm obviously picking Ilya Topuria to knock him out. And I guarantee you, he's probably going to do it. Rather, if Gray likes it or not. That's what is going to happen at UFC 317 to end off this incredible pay-per-view event. I'm cheering for Topuria right until the final buzzer. And I don't expect it to go 25 minutes. Inside the distance is the play for El Matador in this one. He's getting her done. If you don't like the picks, fade them. But we got momentum on our side. We're moving with confidence. Like the video. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. I'm locking in Alexandra Pantoja, Renato Money Moicano. Throw on the 11-1 favorite. Absolute lock. I'm looking at the round 2 prop in Jacobe Smith. Join me for the Prop Fiend Show with Prelim Tim, MMA Husky Hustler. We're going to be back Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time live stream. There's a $50 giveaway to the first commenter in the live chat with hashtag F3 as soon as Prelim Tim announces his prop of the week on the prelims. So grab that $50, interact with us. We're going to be back later in the week. Make sure you be there, be square. We're going to be sharp, and we're going to get this money. The official dog of the week. Favorite underdog this week. Unfortunately, last week we had a number of underdogs win. I sensed none of them. What do you know? I take a bunch of underdogs. All favorites win. I think all favorites are going to win. A couple underdogs come through. That's the way it goes in MMA. Looking to get back on track with Hyder, Amil, a former lock of the week or underdog of the week. He was certainly one of them. I remember that. He's made me money in his last couple fights as an underdog. And I can't believe he is an underdog once again. Husky, Hustler, and his Husky are going to be loud for this guy on the Prop Fiend Show. I can hear the Husky howling for this one now. Hyder's got this one. Thanks to all the forecasters being active in the forecast lobby and Discord. It's absolutely free. Hit the link in the bio below if you want to be a forecaster. Absolutely free. I have a Locks of the Week channel, Dogs of the Week channel, Props of the Week channel, Giveaway channel, Dana White's Contender Series channel, Forecast of the Week channel, NFL Forecast Lobby, NBA Forecast Lobby, NHL Forecast Lobby. We got free bets, forecaster bets, degenerate bets, Joseph's wins, platinum wins, forecaster wins, and then all the lock channels for $5 a month. My platinum picks, forecast forensic, Zodiac forecast, all sport bets, UFC odds, platinum bets, platinum chat for members only, DraftKings lineups. Join the Fight Fiend forecast right now and become a Fight Fiend platinum forecaster or just a forecaster. Whatever you are, we welcome everybody. We just ask, be respectful, don't beat up on each other. Because we got to beat up on these motherfucking bookies. Let's go. Steve, where are you, Steve? Frank Bush is the boy. Thanks to Frank Bush commenting each and every video on YouTube. I appreciate it, buddy. For you, I'm bringing back the $100 giveaway. God damn it. I wasn't going to do it. I was about to leave. $100 giveaway. You know what to do. Comment hashtag F3. Put your lock parlay in. Bryn Ray, hooray! She is going to bend everybody over this week and take another bag. She's going to be up 400 by the end of this week off the $100 giveaway. You know she's locking in one and hitting it. Frank Bush, he hit one before. He is bound for another. We all know MMA Husky Hustler is howling. He could hit another. Comment your lock parlay below. You can comment Saturday morning before the fights. Once you know what you're doing, no problem. Just make sure you come back, stay notified, stay forecasted to the Fight Fiend forecast. I'm giving out money each and every week for free. We have a great community in Discord for free. What are you doing if you're not subscribed, if you're not in Discord for free? We even have a hand signal now. F3. It's the coolest shit ever. Let's go.